idea this is working right now. So I'm supposed to be on Twitter. This is more trouble than it's worth. I have no idea if it's working or not. It says it's live. I'm not sure if it's doing anything. God, what a pain in the ass. Oh yeah, I can check another place here. It's not working. No. God, what are they doing over there? Anyway, I guess it's not working. Oh, I'm gonna post it. Maybe that'll make it work. There it goes. Ah, figured it out. Oh man, what a pain in the ass. I thought Rumble was kind of time consuming. I'm still figuring that out. All right, so yeah, you have to go through these little ups and downs to make that work. So yeah, why make it easy? Why bother? So I'm not sure if you have noticed. I guess in the morning time, depending on where you are, at least on Eastern time. I guess it happened in the middle of the night, was it 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that, Pacific time. But anyway, the world went upside down. All the airlines got shut down and everything. So it's like apocalypse scenario. So I guess you could say it's a sign of things to come. Not to put out the fear out there or anything like that, but it's it's kind of giving an idea of what we're heading into. Not to say this is all Trump's fault or anything like that, or it's just part of the movie that we're in. I mean, look at the events. How you have what happened on Saturday, and then they had the convention. He's walking around with the poster child thing. Just like it's all propaganda basically. I mean, you have to sell it to the people. So whatever, if you believe it's real or not, whatever, it doesn't matter. Either way, we're being sold the Trump presidency, if you like it or not. And then the Biden thing will fade out. They'll put somebody in there. They can put the toaster in there, whatever. Put in their corpse in there. It doesn't really matter. It looks like it's destined to fail at this point. So you just have to put up with this nonsense for another couple months. Yes, this is like a bad movie, basically. It's been a bad movie for a while, probably forever. But it's like, so if you're in the universe, you're flipping through world channels and you get to our planet, it's like, oh, geez. What are they doing this time? This is like the movie. This planet's like the movie that you would see like after midnight or 3 o'clock in the morning. Just kind of like the kind of cheesy production. It's all falling apart. People are depressed for whatever reason. Self-destruct. There's a lot of self-destruction here, as you can see. That seems to be one of the themes here. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny how they call like the Illuminati all bad and everything. But about society is kind of in decay. I'm blaming the Illuminati for that. So just have a society here that just can't take responsibility for itself. And there's a part of it. You can blame the blame game. So anyway, there's still more of us than any type of shadow government. But when half the planet's just like in self-destruction, So whatever that is I could say this is a test that happened today. So yeah, the airlines went down, all this stuff went down. I'm not putting out the fear I could see out of the world or anything. Oh, the solar flare is going to come and go. Like superpowers. We're going to go to the ascension. We're all going to, God, man, just make it all stop. It's like I'm so tired of hearing this crap. We're going to, it's always like 4 years or 3 years. We're going to leave our bodies. And I mean, people die all the time, but this world is going to still be the miserable place that it is, no matter as many times you want it to go in a higher frequency, but whatever. And obviously, there's other realities you can go to, whatever it is. So So yeah, we're going into this Trump era. Of course, it's not November yet. It'd be nice if that was all over with. So I don't have to listen, put up with it all. But anyway, it's a bad movie, so we have to put up with it for right now. This is where society is at to some level. Not everybody, but so yeah. It's just funny how the Biden thing they made this weekend possibly. Yeah, it feels like it's just derailing. And it could be all by design, or you just dying out. Obviously, that can only last so long, but either way, it's yeah, sad world. But anyway, so we're going to the world shutdown. I'm not sure I can channel out of this. It's kind of pretty obvious. I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway. No, that was interesting. Something happened there. Yeah, maybe it's this Twitter thing that's going on. That was pulled off just like that. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it just went off stream just like that. And I didn't do anything. So maybe it's part of the hack. Could be. Anyway. Yeah. I guess, yeah, let the movie continue. I'm just going to this real quick in case I go down again or something happens. Design.com or private sessions. Maybe. A scheduler. We have a shop here. Maybe. Okay. Got enough of that. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I joined the whole I had to do that with Twitter. I had to if you want to stream on there and have like other sources. I think I'm getting some more attention there all of a sudden. Shadow banned or whatever it is or whatever. I haven't gotten anywhere on it, so that matters. So anyway, so this world shutdown frequency, I mean, just like connect to somebody about it, but it doesn't really matter. I guess I can connect to the Pleiadians about it, I guess, is what I'm feeling. But and Earth, the B movie of the universe, or the thrift store, or whatever you want to call it. Jeez. Yeah, but it's playing. I mean, it's playing out like a bad movie. Basically, it's been doing that for years or forever. It's just whatever process we have to go through. So when you look at it, it does feel like it is very scripted, and it's a timeline. It's supposed to be. It has to have some kind of story to it. I mean, it just like this meltdown that happened today. What is? I mean, it has to cause chaos, but still, we have to go through some kind of reset every now and then. And yeah, it's because it was supposed to be preventing a cyber attack, but then it kind of it's the whole how like a file did it. It's like an antivirus type of thing for cybersecurity, and it was corrupted or something like that. It's like whatever. It's just that could have easily been like an alien energy get involved with that and just screwed with it too. It could be anything. It's just really matter. It's just there's gonna be conspiracy theories about it no matter what. So either way, yeah, we're in for changes finally. Well, we'll see. Maybe just a slow movement. So anyway, all right. So we're going to Pleiadian energies, and then the Earth, the universe. I guess I tap into some of their frequencies. Yeah, yeah. Don't. It's not just our world that has issues. The universe has issues too. Of course, how many people think about that? But it comes from somewhere. It's not just us. It's a reflection of the galaxy, the universe. It's not just us. We're the only ones that. It's not the only planet that has issues. It originates from somewhere. It's just of course society is having trouble getting out of its mind. Of course, it's human. It's built with all these limitations. We're here to heal it, maybe. So anyway, do what we can. Yeah, basically get through life, just do the best you can. That's all you can do. All I can do is here to drown us all, or try to, just stay afloat somehow. Easier said than done, but just best you can. So, All right. Yeah, I get energy attacks and all. I'm not the only one, but yeah, just keep going. All right, I'll go to the Pleiadian energies and then the universe, get their take on it. So, our plus 6, here we go. Greens with the Pleiadians. Yeah, so you can say this is all going to plan. Yes, it's not necessarily the Trump era, but it is the human era of a form of awakening. Also, life has to change. We can't go into all the details. We don't always know where your world is going either. We're similar to yourselves. We're along for the ride. I mean, yes, we can't appear to you physically for various different reasons, because we're warning from you from our perspective. If we're still understanding your species. Yes, we are fated, you could say, or karmically combined with you because you are part of our DNA. And in the past, there's different points of view of our karmic connection with the human race. You can say it's also connected to the Anunnaki. It's just Palladians that were just doing things they should not have been doing. Also involvement with the Anunnaki for power. Basically, Palladians combining their energies with Anunnaki and just causing more and more. It's like almost like a drug-induced lifetime or existence. And this is going to happen. Just because you're an alien race doesn't mean you can't have problems that some of you are aware of. Pyramid technologies that technically do not need to be brought to this world. It is, instead of just, now there's different ways of looking at this, but the human was slowly down. Even the Atlanteans are losing their abilities due to their own decision making, that they're experimenting, and doing so they lost their connection to the higher dimensions. And so the pyramids are one of several devices brought here to enhance one's abilities. And yes, you can say it was abused. It was used properly in the beginning, basically for telepathy, for just sound frequencies, just to protect ourselves. But then it was sabotaged. And then the dark side of, you can say, the alien races, the human race, Atlantean races, and so on came through. It's like a seepage in the frequency or a leak within the consciousness. And just the alien races here lost control. You can say some of them went insane. And you're seeing that here. It's just, the alien beings that were here in the past, as well as confidence in themselves, became paranoid, just like humans, but they're at more of a fourth dimensional level. And even thought humans were a disease, you could say. It's like, well, some of the aliens felt, some of you may be able to tap into this, is, well, if you get rid of the humans, maybe we'll start feeling better. Because a lot of the aliens were ill at that time. They were not thinking straightly anymore. And that's a psychotic way of looking at things, but they're really kind of losing their own abilities of power, even dying out. And so, you can take this for wherever you want, but it's in the past. It's not, I mean, you already see how the world is today. It is like going through its own plague, its own darkness, its own disease, mental disease, or you could say lower dimensional disease. It's its own, its shadow. And it's, yes, for some it's insane. Yes, you have the most well put together beings in the higher dimensions. Yes, some of those beings are being channeled here. They incarnate as a human. They some of them are easy to go insane. Well, because some of them, they have too much positivity. You can say even delusion at some, but there it's in different dimensions. It's fine. When you come here, you just get kind of like you lose yourself. You're just not yourself anymore. You're not your higher frequency self, and you do everything you can to get back to it. It might be drug related. It might be whatever. It just, It's like a psychotic meltdown, basically. It's like, where are my powers? Where is all this? Am I having a heart attack? And this is back in ancient times. And some of you obviously are feeling that in current times too. So you can also, the human race can feel the echo of the rage of those that are spiritually inclined, spiritually connected, cannot access their abilities anymore. And now they're human, now they're mortal, and they're losing their minds here. So yeah, sometimes your most advanced beings can be the most psychotic, as some of you experience or experience within your own self. And so it's like this world is designed for madness, but it doesn't mean it has to be forever. But it's madness that has not healed yet. As you can try doing that, well, it's like a mental patient. Well, connecting to one's psychotic shadow self. Realize it doesn't have to be the whole population, but it could be enough where it's it poisons the frequency here. Where those of you that want to evolve, they're not going insane, but it's hard to access higher dimensional connections when part of the population has lost its mind. Another way of looking at it is maybe say a deeper look. But yeah, it's like the Pleiadians, and there's other beings here that are committed to assist humanity no matter what. It's just not as an obligation as basically, if we don't help you, we go down with you. And there's more to it than that. It's not like don't feel like this. We're just here because of that. There's a lot more to it than that. It's just you're a human race, and you matter just as much as any other or any race for that matter. But the Pleiadians do feel like they are obligated to be here. Like it's like they just have to be here. Now, obviously, you don't always see them here physically, or don't see them at all. It's like I said, we're still learning from you. It's like we're understanding every scenario. We can see gaps where we can connect to society as an alien group, but we can also see ourselves be easily destroyed. Not just by society, but ourselves. Like we become insecure and we lose it again. I don't think that is not a possibility. And some are, you might hear other channelings about, oh, they just have this dark, they're just not together. This world attacks, as you can see. Anybody, anything. So just because some of these alien beings are far from this world and just they can talk the big talk, but when you're here, it's a different story, as some of you know. So yeah, some of these aliens, they talk down to other aliens, I told you so, but then that's kind of foolish. They can be really kind of idiotic at a higher level. So as some of you have noticed, the higher dimensions have a lot of work. Some of you might not have noticed, but you might not be, but some of you have noticed the higher dimensions can be very ignorant, arrogant, disconnected. Yes, in other words, full of themselves. Yeah. Well, to be clear about it, not to be negative but it's true. And and these are higher dimensions. So that's. Peace with the universe, consciousness. Take as you want or what works for you. Yes, you can say the universe itself has a lot of weaknesses, and this world is showing a great deal of that. Through a human experience, there's the creature experience, the Garthian experience, the elf thing. There are beings that have weaponized humans, as you can see. Of course, you're not seeing it here. Well, we might have it in a cartoon show at some point because you're allowed to know some things about your world. But yeah, there are alien psychotics that are just drunk on power, and you might not see them here physically, but like I say, you might see a kids movie that depicts it and some of you can pick up on it. Most just it's just a kid's TV show. Well, it's just one way of bringing it to your reality. To find some way of bringing it to where it doesn't cause a lot of shock and it doesn't shake things up too much. It's like it puts it out there just to be noticed but not noticed, but not to let it like interfere with the earth conscious, your lives here. If I tell you like there's a psychotic alien, which some of you have already connected to, but there are Orion beings that, and there's not just the Orions. Orions are one of them that they kind of took ownership of this planet. They lowered the frequencies. They saw it become insane to some level, and took ownership of it. And a lot of that is in Israel, and just is bitterness. Alien groups are, as some of you experience, can be very vicious. Not all of them, but this world is it's like a possession. It's under ownership, and obviously aliens don't have so much power here. There are obviously humans here that have power too, and shadow governments and all of that. And society yes has lost itself, and how does it find its way back? It's not easy. Well, some do get looking for a god or a Yeshua or someone to guide them, but then they start worshiping that frequency and they're not getting anywhere. So, yeah, you can see the world is technically a form of a black hole. It doesn't mean it's like it's hopeless. It might feel that way, but it's just taking longer than you expect for it to rise above its difficulties. Its weaker side, its darker side. It's to find its balance. Now, some of you energetically are finding your balance because as you know, the mind and the body can be like quicksand. Once you can cut yourself from source and just fall down, be sucked into the system. It's not that hard once you get there. It's getting out of it. It's not easy. Robin Williams is a good example. That's one. There's several others, but it goes into a depression, can't get out of it, which is very common here. And aliens go through the same thing. But think about psychotic alien groups and humans that they're still here, but they just lost it mentally. But they're weaponizing society to a certain level. So the universe has a lot of gaps. Nothing's perfect, but yes, you can say this universe has found a lot of flaws within itself. You can say through your human experiences are here to repair, but also heal yourselves at the same time. There are spirit worlds that can be wiped out and reborn. That's pretty intense when you think about it, but it does happen. But the soul can go on forever. Don't think like your soul can go, and of course you have multiple versions of you. And there are some versions that wish not to exist anymore, but your consciousness still exists some level if you wanted to. So